Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, comrades who are listening. No comrades here? Plenty of them coming over, ladies and gentlemen. It is wonderful to be here. Up in City East tonight. Up in Zone 2. Of course, in the constituency of our Deputy Leader, Harold Lovell. Brothers and sisters, this Zone 2 has some powerful men. We have Brother Harold Lovell right here. Up in City Rio East, we have Dr. Harold Court. And as you heard before, we had John McGinley. And down in City West, you have the councillor who is going to destroy Gaston Brown. Brothers and sisters, we are ready down in City West. And I know that all of you that have journeyed here, we want to also encourage you to ensure that you support every single one of my colleagues that are running in the other 12 constituencies, because your support is vital to their success. Your support is vital to the success of the United Progressive Party. Your support is vital to the success of Antigua and Barbuda. And your success is vital for the future of your children and your grandchildren. So when you hear election day comes, support the people who are putting forward the sun, because you have to put it next to the symbol. All of my colleagues require your support. Brothers and sisters, I know you're also ready for elections as well. But you see, Gaston Brown is a very irresponsible and reckless individual. We had a court cases which came forth. He went to court, and the court said, young man, the thing you brought here is foolish. The list, we must have a revised list to clean the list. What you're chatting here is nonsense. Don't come and talk about you want to keep people on here who were there some 20 or 15 or 10 years ago. We want a new clean list. And you know, you hear him going around saying, oh, I'm fighting to keep these people on the list. But then we hear a report comes out that tells us some 900 people are illegally on the list. But you don't hear Gaston Brown talk about that illegal people on the list. Because the only way he can win is with illegal people on the list. He can't win no other how. So that is why he wants the old list plus these illegal people to try and win. And you see in the other case, he come forward again. And he went complaining about the boundaries. And brothers and sisters, we came and we explained to the people of Antigua and Barbuda that we are dealing with equity in our country. What we are looking forward for is for equal constituencies as much as we can. Each constituency should have about a 2,025 amount so that you get a reflection of what the majority of the people in Antigua and Barbuda want to govern them. As we stand now, you have some constituencies have 4,000, some have 5,000, some have 3,005, and then you have some that only have 1,500, some that only have 1,700. So all they have to look for is 4 and 5 and 600 votes, while others have to look for 2,005 and 3,000. That is not fair. And that is what we are trying to rectify. But of course, they are afraid of that. And the judge came down and told him, young man, you're chatting stupidness. What we should have is equality and equity in the constituencies. And what does he do? He goes and appeal that case again. Well, if you go and appeal the case, wait for the decision. If you decide that the judges who told you that we should have a new list because it is fair to the people to have a clean list, and if the judges come and tell you that we should have boundaries which are equal and you don't want to accept that, well, now you appeal it. How are you going to come and tell us we must call elections? Our leader, the Honorable Baldwin Spencer, is a responsible leader. He's an honest leader. And he's not into recklessness. How could he go and be considering any form of election when the issues have been put into total confusion and disarray by his opposition leader. He has to wait till the thing is settled down. He has to make sure that everything is correct. And when everything is settled down, the same Electoral Commission can now complete their job to ensure that we have all the voting cards, they're ready with all the ballot papers, so we have no problem on election day. That is what you call responsible leadership. But what they want is confusion. And when they get confusion, then they go and challenge again when we bang them at the elections coming. But we are not going to be caught like that. Our leader is too smart for that. He's too experienced for that. And that is what they can't understand. Furthermore, we must make sure that what is done for our elections bring peace and stability in our country. Not confusion, not disorganization, not an environment in which investors don't want to come in. They must see that we are a responsible government, a responsible party, and everything we did was to ensure that Antigua and Barbuda is governed in a responsible way. Brothers and sisters, the irresponsibility of Gaston Brown was further exhibited last week. You heard him up by the Prime Minister's office, how he abused off all the policemen and them. But y'all can't blame Percy. Y'all unfair to Percy. Because Percy Simon was following his leader. So when he saw his leader behaving irresponsibly and so on, he had to preach violence. You can't blame Percy. You got to blame Gaston Brown. Because that is the leadership he is showing to the people of the Antigua Labour Party. And that is a sort of leadership that we are going to reject in City West and in Antigua and Barbuda. And that is why we go forward to show you that his irresponsible behavior was reflected when he told you that if he was to be given a chance, he was going to go and raid the Social Security and Medical Benefits Scheme again. The same Social Security and Medical Benefits Scheme, brothers and sisters, that when we inherited it, we found them in total disarray. And over good stewardship, we have been able to build back up Social Security and medical benefits so that the Social Security scheme can give you improved pensions. The medical benefit schemes can look after some people who want to go away. There are funds in those schemes now. But Gaston Brown wants to go and raid it with his partner, Asset Michael. You remember him and the Social Security funds? You remember after the hurricane, he got those $1 million, and up to this day, he has not accounted for them. But why they're going to raid them is because they have no credibility in the outside world. They can't go and borrow any money nowhere. They can't get no aid from nobody. So now that after our hard work, they are now salivating at the lips. They are now ready to go and eat up your monies because that's trust monies for their personal gains. Brothers and sisters, you cannot allow that to happen again. You have got to stand firm and decide what is best for your country. That sort of irresponsible behavior and intention must never succeed in Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, don't you worry about the situation down in City West. I am telling you, the pressure is on. They say force push water uphill. Brothers and sisters, you know Colin Derrick, and you would never find Colin Derrick driving around with a gun in his lap, running around because people decide they're not going to support me. I would never do that. But did you hear about a person doing that? But why you feel he doing that? Because he's getting pressure anyways. He's getting pressure anyways. And I can tell you, I told you before, I tell you now, and you will see on the real day, we are going to take him out clean out of City West. Brothers and sisters, and in as much as I tell you that we're going to take him out, there's a worrying thing for me. I have spoken about this to my colleagues. I've raised it with them from time to time. And up to now, I don't see any movement. Brothers and sisters, on election day, it is the numbers that matter. But we know that the Antigua Labour Party has one modus operandi, the one way in which they operate, and it is called bribing. They love to bribe. But brothers and sisters, you must put provisions in place to minimize, if not eliminate, the effect of bribing. Brothers and sisters, I've told my colleagues from time to time, I've told them we have to ensure that there are provisions put in place that no electronic devices can be carried into the voting booth. No cell phone, no other electronic device which can carry messages so that they can get to know how to vote or to take pictures so they can get the money when they come out. We must get those provisions in place or crap are going to smoke our pipe. But I talk, and the word to the wise is sufficient. Those who won't hear will feel. But I am telling you this, with the kind of pressure that we are putting on now, you know the Labour Party is going to go to any depths and level to try and win. So if we don't take action, nobody come and cry when election day comes and is passed. Because if we do not rectify that, we may suffer despite all the numbers we have. Despite all the numbers we have, we know there are persons who are susceptible to bribing and we must do something to stop it. Brothers and sisters, in City West, I've stayed loyal to my people. You have stayed loyal to me. I have done all my best to ensure that you have independence. I've created employment for my people so that they can bring pride to their people and to their families. We will continue with that force. And as I tell you, the people are now recognizing that we are acting in the way to make them better people. Just like our government, just like all the ministers and your representatives, we are working to produce independence and decency and pride in our country. As Calypso Joe said, the pride is back and we must build upon it to ensure. Yes, we have made a few mistakes, but we will learn from those mistakes. After all, we have only been there for 8 years. Remember, they fought us for 2.5 years in the courts, you know. So it's not even 10 years. It's only 8 years we've been there compared to their 28. So yes, we will make improvements. We have made mistakes, but trust in us. We will take it home. And I tell you this, if after this third term, we have not done what you expected us to do, well, all right, kick us out. Because I have 15 years compared to their 28, and we must show that we have done something to your approval. But we need this term because we are going forward in reviving and renewing this country and bringing it back to a country in which everybody will respect us. Brothers and sisters, they are coming with a motorcade on Sunday. Blow up your house. Blow up your yard. Wave your flags. Get ready for them when they're coming through to show them that we have strength. They're damn forward that we coming to talking about call elections when they know that they're the ones that are causing the confusion. Stand up there and tell them you're blue. And the blue you be? Well, stand up on Sunday and show them your strength. I don't not run from them. I don't afraid them. And we have to show them our power. Brothers and sisters, come on Sunday. Stand up. Because leadership matters. People are first. The ALP stands for spite and vendetta and vengeance. The UPP stands for prosperity and stability. Until I come again, brothers and sisters, keep the faith. Stand firm on Sunday. Show your strength. We are the UPP. Baldwin Spencer all the way. Leadership matters. UPP now more than ever. I thank you.